this is one of those videos that I could really mess up on a lot and really annoy you guys and ramble on. So, just as a forewarning, I am going to try my best to get through this video in less than 10 minutes in an organized fashion. So, let's just start right away. As you can see from the video title up here, think over there, it's called What Uniquely Interests You. And basically, that's what it's going to be about. What uniquely interests you? This is my question to you guys. Usually I don't make videos asking for you guys to do responses, but I'm going to try to do that more often to, I don't know, just to try to get you guys involved more instead of me making video responses more often. So, as the question states, what interests you that other people you believe do not take an interest in as well? I think I just totally butchered up that question. So, I mean, is there anything out there? And I don't mean technology. Like, for me, I'm a geek and I love Apple and everything. But to me, that's not really a unique interest. That's like a hobby. I'm like talking about weird stuff that nobody else gets. For instance, maybe you're fascinated by how coffee cups are made. Or maybe you're fascinated with the monsters in the world. Not that there's any monsters, but anyway, let's just get right into this because I'm already rambling on as promised. So my first one is, it might be a little sensitive to the more religious people out there, but I'm also religious, so I don't relate the two for what I'm about to talk about. And that is the possibility of other life. Yes, as you probably know, we live on a planet called Earth. And we are populated with billions of people. Different countries, different races, different cultures, different everything, which is what makes the world so interesting. We're all different. Some of us are geeks, and some of us are the popular preppy people who care about impressing others. I don't know, I'm just kind of generalizing. High school. How high school used to be. Or maybe it still is like that way. I'm rambling, sorry. So, to me, I like to say this. Life does exist out there, guys, and I mean outside of the galaxy. I mean, like, outside of planet Earth, like outer space, like maybe outside of the Milky Way galaxy. And not to offend anybody, but for somebody to think that we're alone in this universe, yes, this entire universe, you're kind of narrow-minded if you think, I'm sorry, I really shouldn't call you narrow-minded. I'm just saying, like, it's just kind of silly to think that we're alone in this universe. There's no way in hell we're alone. Think about it, guys. This universe is huge. This is just planet Earth, right? And we're inside the Milky Way galaxy. But think about it. There are other galaxies out there with other galaxies within other galaxies with other galaxies outside of that galaxy. So to think that we're the only little planet, and Earth is pretty small if you think about it. What is it, like I forget the ratio size of Earth to Jupiter, but we're pretty freaking small. So, this is kind of weird to say, but the number one thing I want to happen before I die is I want visual proof of alien life. And it doesn't have to be smart, it doesn't have to be dumb. I just want visual proof. And I really don't think it's fair that the government has the right to cover up evidence. And yes, I do believe that we have had alien encounters on Earth before. But unfortunately, the government thinks that they can cover that stuff from us, and they can. They shouldn't, though, but they can, apparently. Yes, you guys may think I'm probably some weird freak right now, but I just have a passion for thinking there's life out there, well, knowing there's life out there. Again, you guys may be laughing at me, but this is what this video is about. This is to get our unique interests out there, and not to cause, like, an uproar. It's just an interesting idea, I thought. So yes, other life out there, it's pretty much a guarantee. Yes, I have not seen life, but something in my head tells me there's life out there, guys. I'm trying not to come off too weird. Alright, now my second interest, I didn't mean to talk that much. My second unique interest is physics. I'm not talking about all the physics, like calculations, like an object hits another object and goes so far because of this force and gravity and stuff like that. But what interests me about physics, just in general, it just fascinates me that objects can interact with other objects, and then we see the outcome of that interaction. I know it sounds totally weird to me to say because I don't usually talk like this in videos, But physics have always fascinated me, which is why I loved Half-Life 2 so much. The physics blew me away, which is why I spent hours playing Gary's Mod, and I'm sure to you Half-Life owners out there, you know what I'm talking about, Gary's Mod. Back in the days of me being a Windows user, I used to play that so much with my friend Chris, and Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. But with video games aside, physics do interest me a lot. Sometimes I wonder what the world would be like if we didn't have gravity. Like, if we were all floating, the world would obviously be totally different. Everything would be strapped down. We'd probably have flying cars by now. Well, it's pretty safe to say we would have flying cars by now, because otherwise we would need to strap ourselves to the ground and try to maneuver. This is a totally unorganized video, and I apologize for that. I just really want to get your thoughts on this. So, possibility of other life is my first one. Physics is the second one. Just in general, I'm not talking about like scientific calculations. I just in general, which is why I'm so fascinated by ragdoll physics and stuff like that. For instance, in games like Little Big Planet, that's it. Little Big Planet is coming out for the PS3 soon, finally, thank God, and I cannot wait to play that because the physics blow me away. Even like a simple game like Line Rider, you know, the Flash game where you make a track and you have this little guy in a sled, he goes on hills and he interacts with physics. That's just a lot of fun to me, and physics in general just amaze me. Alright, so the third one is people. Not people in general, but kind of like people's lives, like the things we can't see and the things we cannot hear and find out. I know that sounds totally like weird, but for instance, whenever I'm in New York City, you're surrounded by hundreds, thousands of people at a time. And if I'm on a subway and I'm sitting down, you know, waiting for the next stop or whatever, probably Prince Street, because that's where I usually get off for the Soho Apple Store. Side note, sorry. I like maybe sitting on the subway and thinking, what is that person across from me doing tonight? What is their job? Where do they live? What kind of life do they live? And where did they come from? No, I'm not trying to sound like a stalker, because I'm not a stalker, guys, obviously. It's just, in general, people's lives interest me. Like, sometimes I wonder what people in the UK are doing right now. Well, they're probably sleeping because they're 5 hours ahead of me. Or people in Japan. What are they doing at this moment? What is the person in the apartment next to us doing right now? I guess we don't ever know unless we take an effort and find out. In a good way, not in a stalkerish way. Again, I'm not a stalker, guys, so don't take this the wrong way. I just like to observe people and try to get in their heads and just see what they're thinking. Which is why I kind of want to get into psychology, but my major here is visual arts. But maybe I'll take some classes in psychology after I'm done with this. Maybe in like a local school one day. Who knows? That stuff just interests me a lot. And the fourth one is not as broad, but it's certainly interesting, and we don't really think about it every day, but I kind of do. And that is the human body. Yes, arms, not foot, I was going to say foot, head, neck, torso, legs. Guys, the human body, to me, is amazing. The human body amazes me, guys. To think that we can make quick calculations and move our fingers and arms and blink and breathe all at the same time while looking around and registering all the data, that really blows my mind. We don't usually think about this, guys, but the human body really is amazing. It's like, sometimes I think about, like, you know, when you get hurt, or for instance, you hurt your eye, and it kind of helps the body and it tears to, like, you know, kind of cure it, or you get a bruise, but skin does eventually grow back. I mean, like, it heals and stuff like that. I know I like must sound so narrow-minded right now, but not narrow-minded, little-minded. I would just love to take a class one year and learn more about the human body and how everything interacts, and it's just really cool. Again, maybe it's just me, and maybe a lot of people are going to laugh at me in this video, but I really don't care, because that's the whole point of this video, is to get our unique interests out there and see what you guys think in return. I think I did this in under 10 minutes. I can't see right now because I did some outtakes in the beginning, which you're not going to see because, yeah, whatever. Alright, that's it, guys. Respond with your unique interests. So let me Let me go through the list again real quick. I'm trying to talk fast. Possibility of other life, physics, people, and the human body. Those are my 4 unique interests. Reply with your interest, and I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. I'm high on caffeine. What can I say? Thanks for watching.